This is actually a picture from September 2012. I used a lot of time trying to draw the person, and when I was blinded, so some of it are constructed, but I think I did. Alex was laying on his back in the bed, and I knew I was in danger, so I didn't have really nothing left beside of just confronting this person, right? So basically, I leaned a little forward to see her face or his face. It can be a he. 13 hours also is a figure in the data from Christensen, September 12, right, in Denmark. So it can be a man. And there was a man standing in the door, which were having sort of kind of used face. He was a little, actually when I saw him in the door spy, I thought that, okay, looks like some trouble guy. It could be like a house attendant assistant, like, working for the social housing company. It could be also, I sighted Michael Bay twice in the area. His type when he has long hair and he looks a bit like a drafter or something. And there was at least two people with this tall man. The tall man looked a bit like Michael Bay in a way. Could also be somebody from the company. And there was two black-dressed person, or at least one, behind him. I think there was two behind him. And they stormed in a way. And there might have been, but that's reconstructed from paperwork, which is shown to be document fake. There was also... No, actually what I saw was a person with a sort of round face. I actually tried to draw him. That was looking at me laying on the ground. And he was looking a bit shocked. And I actually later thought that this person might not have known what they were going to do. So he was actually in, you could say, a state of shock, maybe. So actually I thought like maybe this person is not a part of the plan. That was what I thought. So basically, but the case is linking to Australia, Vermont case, to film, music, sport, explore, and then government explore and abuse. So it's within this area, entertainment, government, we are going to look after the brain in all this, right? And we are linking to mobsters in Ireland and also a little bit to Russia. So in a way you could say that it's a big field when there's a lot of money gotten lost in Hollywood and in Denmark. There will be a lot of person it could be, right? I noticed when I was sitting beside of this person that the person was closing their eyes. When I was asking if the person was guilty, for me this about closing their eyes is more like try and concentrate of a difficult situation or difficult question. So it might be that the eyes are more open normally than on this picture, because I was asking the life question for a person. So I don't know really how the eyes are looking normally. They could be much more open, right? But I was blinded, so I couldn't really remember close or clear the faces, right? So, and they were just after I draw some. I think I drawn 5 person, the tall person with a lot of blonde or long hair, a male. Then there was this young person with like almost bald, and then there was two or one more person in the room. So I had difficult to draw the 4 person. So I think maybe there were only 3 person. Yeah. But it was nightmare. And I dropped down. I called the father. I called the Irish ambassador. He was in the country. I called United States. I called Extra, and I called the police and said something is wrong here. And then I think I went in shock pretty fast. I could feel, something going on in the body I didn't know about. And then I went into shock and I couldn't move. And I felt like everything was closing down. I felt, whoa, this is it. And I've been there before because I've been attempted killed before. So actually I thought that's, the record for this is I'm gonna wake up if I wake up without my son, and that's not okay. So actually I felt like I concluded it's okay. I'm leaving. And then I think I was in and out conscious and very in a different way than I tried before. It was more nightmarish kind of thing, where maybe because I wasn't on any painkiller or something, because the other times it were very blurry, but it was blurry in the beginning, and then it got a little darker, and I lost a lot of weight laying behind. I was just left behind, and got into the hospital very skinny, and still in shock. And I think the shock was lasting for months, and I was like constantly crying, and just why could they do this? Take my son and so on. And then I began to feel a little bit, I even had an experience of what people might call some kind of insanity of damp or something. I was like, one day I couldn't really, my head just almost like a cooking water boiling, and I couldn't really function. And I just, wow, man, that's what it is to be like non-functional. I was like, wow, man. And I also had some times where I couldn't find my soul. My soul was disappearing, and that was really weird. And I realized that a lot of people that really are traumatized, war crimes and stuff like that, or animals being exposed to horrific things, right? And that's the way I think they feel. They are not there. They are kind of searching for their soul. It's gone. And then it returned. And I thought afterwards, like my soul returned. What if it hadn't? What if it was just gone? Would I just have been like sitting and looking out in the air? And I think actually that some of the people that you think are sort of gone, it's maybe not the intelligence, it's maybe the soul, right? So I'm gonna end up with a nice picture this evening. This is a little picture of me and my son. He was like in yellow. And I made some other pictures here, which is more for the cows rescue. Right? I like the cows here. Right? So this little picture of here. Holy cow. And then I made like the picture here. Standing waiting for the light. Mom and boy and father and right? Sort of light